So I made it to my second temple, the Murugan Temple of North America. Muruga is a Tamil god who embodies culture and religion as a whole. At least this is what's thought among the Tamil. He's the Hindu god of war, and he's the brother of Ganesh. In Buddhism, interestingly enough, he's a bodhisattva, which is like a dharma protector in the Mahayana tradition. But he is considered a philosopher warrior. And this is his temple here, right up the street from Sri Shiva Vishnu Temple. So I'm climbing up the stairs here to get closer to the temple. Interestingly enough, I also had two devotees that I met outside here that welcomed me with open arms and told me to take as many pictures as I want and to go ahead and film and not be afraid of the consequences. So I guess it differs from temple to temple where you're going and the restrictions that are placed upon you. At the other temple, I got something of a polite lecture about British colonialism, but here, not so much. In fact, I was invited back. They said there's a wedding in a couple weeks and a chariot festival, similar to the Ratha Yatra that I covered for the Hare Krishnas down at the Inner Harbor about a couple weeks ago. So I was pleasantly surprised. Here I am. There's the Vimana. So let's go take a walk around. Interesting time at both of the temples today. I was stopped more than a handful of times to be asked by people why I'm taking pictures or why I'm shooting videos or why I'm even here. And I think those are appropriate questions, but it also feeds into the perception that we are a divided culture more than we think oftentimes, or more than we want to think. And it was really my last interaction of the day with one lady at the Tamil temple. She said, "So why are you doing this?" And I explained that I have a vlog. And I had told her that I really am aiming in this vlog, when I visit places like this, to show a different side from a Western perspective, at least. Someone who may come across this like a treasure chest in the wilderness. Something that's profound, but something you quite don't know what to make of because it's out of place. And I said, really, it's to kind of mitigate the fear around different cultures. That's why I do this, and to show the pleasant side of these Hindu temples and the architectural wonder, but also the cultural impact. You know, we live in a culture in the United States that is integrated and variegated, and we need to accept that. And her response was very simple. She just looked at me and she said, thank you for doing this. So that kind of makes what I do all the more enjoyable, all the more worth it, even if I do get some sideways glances from time to time and people looking at me like, why are you here, and what are you doing, you don't look like you belong. And maybe there's some fear as well. You know, you don't see a a white guy walking around these places a lot unless he has malicious intentions. So I appreciate that gesture, and that's what's going to make us better people, and that's what's going to bring our world closer together, when we can stop looking at each other with suspicion and fear, and learn that there can be healthy suspicions, healthy fears, but they can also be unhealthy. So I certainly understand a minority culture being guarded against unwanted intrusions, but I'm glad for people like the Tamil lady that I met at the end who simply said thank you. Unfortunately, I was walking up to the doors. The temple attendant was locking up. He let me poke my head in for a minute and take a look at the inner sanctum, but other than that, I couldn't get in there too much. But there seems to be a lot of activity going on here, so it's definitely worth coming and checking out. Again, very open to Westerners. You guys are welcome. If you just have a curiosity about Hinduism, you've never been to a Hindu temple, you want to experience something a little different, and of course if you're Hindu and this falls within your tradition, then hey, this place exists. Come check it out. So thanks again, guys, for traveling with Trey. It's always a pleasure. Like, subscribe, let me know what you want to see next. I'm doing something every week and would love for you to join me. Take care.